My name's Carrie, and I'm going to go through some of my life's journeys. I've always thought life's a journey, not a destination, so it's my time to share what I've been through. As a busy, fit mom of seven, I've accomplished a few things. I've struggled through many things, but I feel like I'm continuing to grow as I go through all my journeys. So I'm here to give you a chance to hear what I have to say and maybe help you get through your journeys as well. This right here is my first journey, my weight loss journey. This May of 2024, I was 45 years old and preparing to go to Disney with my son. And that means I had to find shorts and I had to find clothes and I had to be ready to go wear a bathing suit. Although I had a pool and I had swum here in Pennsylvania where I'm from, but I was not prepared to realize how difficult this would be and how hard it would be to see myself. I did put on a smile. We had a really great time, but preparing for it was quite the journey to figure out what exactly I would wear and then how I would get through this because holy moly, I was not feeling good and I needed to do something drastic because for many years I had been fine. I had been able to figure out things. I mean, this was me when I was 40 years old. I thought I looked amazing. At that point, I had 7 kids. I had given birth to 7 kids, and I thought I looked pretty darn good. Now, I did just go through some cancer treatments, and I did lose some weight from that, but this was 2 years after that, and I still thought I looked pretty okay. So, what happened on my journey? So, let's go through what I went through. Here I am in February of 2015 when I started my fitness journey where I decided I was going to start doing exercising and trying to lose weight. At that point, I had 6 kids. And as you can see on the left-hand side, I didn't feel so great. I tried to smile in the pictures. And then by May of that year, after having done several different body programs, Beachbody at the time, so through Beachbody, I had borrowed T25 actual CDs from a friend, and I did T25 with Sean T. And then I purchased my own 21-day fix. I got the containers, the cookbook. I was rocking it. And as you saw on the previous video screen there, I was looking pretty good and I was feeling pretty good. So, 10 years ago, I was feeling it and I was doing all right. Then, so I was doing really good in 2015. And then in 2016, I got pregnant. And I had a beautiful little girl, my baby number 7, in 2016, April, in fact. So now this is 9 years ago, and 8 years before I really had that crisis of what has happened. So here I am in 2016, pregnant, having a baby, feeling pretty okay. And then I decided to go on another weight loss journey. So you can see in 2017, in July, and then there's September, and then there's October. I was doing my Beachbody. This time now it's on demand, so it was on I didn't have to get the CDs anymore. I was doing all sorts of different ones, and I was feeling pretty good. Until 2017, when I was diagnosed with cancer. So in 2017 to February of 2018, I had gotten a port. I had chemo weekly. I had radiation daily. And for those several months, I ended up losing weight because, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't eating. So I was feeling a little skinny, if you will. But because of my medical situation, I was able to lose weight. So in February 2018, I was feeling pretty okay. And then you can see in 2018, I was really doing good because I kind of embraced the weight loss and kind of really pumped up. And you can see I gained muscle. I was comfortable not wearing a shirt. So 2018, 2019, feeling good. And then 2020 came along. 2020 being COVID, where I was stuck at home. Yes, I did Beachbody on demand. So I had weights. I had all sorts of weights. I was doing all the fitness stuff. but I wasn't really active, I guess. The teaching I had done, because I'm a teacher, I was a virtual teacher, so I sat the entire day to the point where I got plantar fasciitis, where my feet were killing me from sitting. Like, it doesn't even make sense. So you could see in 2020, 2021, 22, and 23, you can kind of start to see my face plump up. I was wearing shirts. You will not see my belly then because I was not taking pictures, because I would still do my sweaty selfies after I worked out just to show that I did it. But you can see that I wasn't looking so great, and I was starting to feel a little not self-confident. I was totally feeling like this wasn't working out for me. I was struggling because I had been easy. You see, in 2018, I was doing pretty good. Before I had cancer, I was doing pretty good. After 6 kids, I did pretty good. And then I was catching up, and I wasn't sure what was happening. So last summer, I went to Camel Beach, and this picture horrified me. I had decided in April, after I was preparing for Disney, to ask my doctor what I should do, and she suggested me go to a bariatric doctor. And I was like, bariatrics? I'm not that big. My goodness, what are you talking about? And I kind of delayed it. And then I finally, after seeing myself in Disney pictures, I called them up. And I went and saw her, and she gave me medicine to curb my appetite. It didn't help. I really could control what I eat and what I don't eat. I wasn't one of those people. It really wasn't about, I mean, I did intermittent fasting. I've done the portion control. I've done low carbs. I've done so many different kind of eating, diety things. And at this point, nothing was working. And even taking that medicine, it really didn't curb my appetite. I didn't see any weight loss changes. So I then decided that I needed to do more, and my doctor said the same thing. So her recommendation was to use an injectable, to use GLP-1, Wegovy to be specific. But I also suspected there might be something else happening. So I decided to see my gynecologist, and I was like, I think something's going on. I was getting very tired. Silly me. I was having night sweats, like crazy night sweats. I'd wake up drenched. I'd get out of bed. I would go to the bathroom. I'd kind of try and cool off. And then I'd get in bed. I'd be freezing because I was so sweaty and wet. I would have to change my clothes sometimes because I was just so gross. And I was like, there's something else going on. So I saw my primary care doctor. She sent me to a bariatrics. I tried the weight loss thing, and then she suggested the Wegovy. And I got my blood test back for my hormones. So Wegovy and my hormones. I wasn't just perimenopause. I wasn't in menopause. I was postmenopausal, like huge postmenopausal. When I had my cancer, my doctor, my gynecologist, same one who I see now, moved my ovaries so that the radiation wouldn't put me into menopause early. So I didn't have a menopause situation until just last year when I realized this is a problem. So he decided that I needed to go on hormone replacement therapy, HRT. So I got a patch. So I have a weekly patch, and I have a weekly dose of Wegovy. And we stepped it up. For a month, I did 0.25. For another month, I did 1. Maybe it was 0.75. I don't remember, but every month I kind of increased. And in addition to that, I didn't just rely on Wegovy. And a lot of people find Wegovy to be getting a little emotional here because they think that it's a cheating thing, but it's not. If you have high blood pressure, you go to the doctor, you get medicine to help your high blood pressure. Now, is there other things you could do to help your blood pressure, eat better foods and all that stuff? But sometimes that's not enough. And in my case, what I was doing wasn't enough. I needed something else. And obviously my hormones were out of whack because, well, I was postmenopausal. So I was going on hormone treatments and I was doing the Wegovy. And I continued, and And I continued with my beach body. I continued to do my everyday, at least 5, usually 6, sometimes 7 days a week. But this time I did strength training. I was doing less cardio stuff and I was trying to really lift weights and really build my muscles. And I also added some supplements. So I was taking menopausal medicine that I got from the pharmacy, just to help me with, regulating, some of those things. I also started adding creatine. I added, just most recently, amino acids to give my extra proteins because I need that additional protein, as a high protein diet. I balance out my meals. One of the things my doctor suggested was to eat protein first, then eat your veggies, and then eat your carbs. So that way, when I do get full, I have eaten the good things before I got full. So that way, I didn't eat the sugary and carbo things and then got full and then wasn't able to eat the proteins that I needed. So I always go for the higher protein foods first, and then, I'll eat a few bites of the carbs and everything. But I continue to try and eat right and did my workouts with the addition of the medicine of the Wegovy. Yes, it's taboo, and you went, oh, Ozempic, etc. Well, Wegovy is Ozempic. It's just the weight loss version of Ozempic. Same exact thing. They just called it different. So I didn't really tell anyone. Luckily, my people I work with, we had conversations, and I was able to be open with them, and we were able to kind of journey through this together. It's helped me be more active. It's my heart rate at night has gone way down. My oxygen, my is going down. Is a higher percentage now. It was at 94, 95% when I slept. Now it's at 96 when I sleep. Because I'm a math person, so I do lots of data. So I've seen that that's been better. I sleep better at night. I did add magnesium before I go to bed. I do my elderberry to keep me healthy, which has been amazing thanks to another coworker. So I do have lots of supplements, and I'll put all that down in the description of all the things I do. But Wegovy isn't a taboo thing. It's not a cheating. It's not an easy way out. It's something that gives you that little extra to help you out. So now let's see the progress. So here was me in August of 2024. That picture that from Camelback, Camel Beach, whatever. And then there's April 2025 when I went back to Florida with my son. And I felt so much better. I was able to feel like I could enjoy myself. I was wearing clothes that I had already. I didn't have to buy new clothes. And then there's June of 2025 versus June of 2024. And let me tell you, I did not realize how large I was until I saw the pictures. I didn't realize how round my face was, and how big I was until I can see this. When you compare them, holy moly. How is that? Wow. You don't realize until you really see it in photos and then compare it. And I know you shouldn't compare, but you need to see how much progress you've made, and that's the best way to do it. So here you can see the top pictures wearing the same outfit, and you can see the big difference in what it looks like. The one on the left, I was doing Dig Deeper. I was doing the Shanti lift strength training. It's an 8-week program, or maybe it was 9, 12 weeks. I don't even remember. It was a long time, and I was doing it last summer. And you can see you can't see the muscles. I wasn't gaining muscle. I wasn't doing anything. That's why I added creatine to kind of add that as well, to give myself the muscle tone. Besides losing weight, because part of using Wegovy is you're going to lose weight, but you need that muscle, and that's why you need to be working out. And as I'm working out, I'm replacing that weight loss with muscle so that I'm not getting the saggy, the Ozempic face that they say. My face is skinnier, but it's not. It's filled in because I have muscle that I've been gaining. So it's an amazing thing to be able to feel better and know you feel better because you're taking care of yourself, and it's not just about weight loss, it's about how you feel. And taking medicine when you're sick, when you have a headache, you take medicine. Could you put cold press on your eyes? Could you lay down and take a nap? Yeah, there's things you can do, but there's also medicine that can help you get there, not just faster, but your body needs something else because it can't do it by itself. So we need to get over the taboo of it and understand that it can help you and make you feel better. But you have to do other things. It's not the only way. You have to work out or at least do some physical activity. You have to eat right. You can't just eat garbage and then expect that this to be the miracle drug, because it's not. It's all of it together to complete that package. And that's why I see my bariatric doctor. I see her every 6 weeks, and we talk about that. And I ask her, and you have to get, you get those questions answered. She asks what I'm eating, and I record some of it. I use some apps to record what I'm eating so that I know and make sure that I'm making the right choices. But I do eat. I don't starve. I have good food, healthy food. I make good choices. There are days that I don't, and then I know how it feels. But you got to do what's right for you, and you got to talk to the doctor, and you got to do what's going to help you feel better and be happy with your health. So I just want to give my story. Have a good day. These are my journeys.